Alright, continuing Tubi Horror Weekend 3, we have Prince of Darkness, directed by John Carpenter. Before I continue, I just want to apologize for not getting this out sooner. I started watching it in the bedroom while I was rearranging stuff, but because I was rearranging stuff, I couldn't pay attention, so I stopped watching it and watched something else that I didn't have to pay attention to. I just kind of have in the background. It took me a while. I finished what I was doing in the bedroom, started watching it again, and was getting ready to make supper. And then I saw a bunch of bugs on the screen, and I said, you know what, I'm going to watch something else when I eat my dinner. So I did, and then I came back to it after dinner. So here we are at almost 10:30 at night, and I'm recording this review for you. So Prince of Darkness is the second part of John Carpenter's quote-unquote apocalypse trilogy. It started with The Thing and ends with In the Mouth of Madness. I love The Thing, and I love In the Mouth of Madness. This one is somewhere in the middle, both literally and figuratively. Because I liked it. I liked this movie. I didn't like it as much as the other two, which was probably why it was a little disappointing for me because, I really love The Thing. I really love In the Mouth of Madness. And so, going into this, right away, I was a little off-putting because it was a little bit of a slow start. And you get this, and they find this, in this monastery, there's this big green liquid stuff. And it's like, okay. And you have, Donald Pleasance playing priest. Yes, that is his name. Although the subtitles on Tubi describe him as Father Loomis, which I kind of liked. I'm like, Father Loomis? I don't think that is his character's name, but who knows? We got a bunch of great actors in it. We have Donald Pleasance, like I said. We have Victor Wong, who, I think he was in Big Trouble in Little China. I'm not sure. There was too many Asian people in that. But he was in Three Ninjas and Tremors. Dennis Dunn was in Big Trouble in Little China. So that's cool. But the problem with the characters is you don't really get to know them. They barely introduce us to the characters, and then you have them. Victor Wong just throws them all into this monastery area, and we're doing the experiment. We have a little bit of character building where Brian, Mr. Mustache, and Catherine, that's it. They're sort of got a thing going on, but she doesn't want to commit yet, and he wants to say something, which she assumes is "I love you." They just met, and this is the first time they had sex. So, was he really going to say that? I don't know. But, yeah. And then we're just kind of thrown into this whole plot where there's something going on. Okay, so, after the failure of Big Trouble in Little China, John Carpenter wanted to scale it down. So, which, Big Trouble in Little China is a good movie, huh? It just failed at the box office. Think about this. Big Trouble in Little China and The Thing. Two of Carpenter's better films, both bombed at the box office, right? But they're very good films. This is another one that didn't do very good in the box office. I still think it's a good film, just not as good as the other ones I mentioned. But, the effects in this film I think are pretty good. You see real bugs for the close-ups, fake ones from behind. You get some gore on this Kelly. She's got a messed up gore face through half of the film. She looks pretty cool. I did start to realize that there is just a little bit of a rehash from The Thing. People start getting infected and turn into something else. And there's no paranoia like in The Thing, but they're being chased by these almost zombie type things. So it kind of reminds me of The Thing. People are getting taken over. But it's a little bit different, just saying. But yeah, and the whole thing is about bringing this evil antichrist type thing over to our world and having him survive. And I was trying to figure out, going into this, because I've seen The Thing, and I've seen In the Mouth of Madness, and they're both very different. I'm like, is this going to be the connector that shows how the creature from The Thing connects into the writer from In the Mouth of Madness? The answer is no. Unless Sutter Kane is the Antichrist person, then that makes sense. Those two can connect. Where The Thing comes in, I don't know. I don't know. But you could say that Sutter Kane was the Antichrist person and he got brought over. Because the ending, like these, are ambiguous. Much like The Thing. It's very ambiguous as to what's going on. Everybody has this dream, right? A weird dream. Everyone has it. As Priest says, it's a warning from the future. You're going to see someone in a doorway and it's warning you that he is coming, right? And you have Kelly's trying to reach through, and in comes the priest. I will do it! I will do it! And he chops off her arm. The arm goes in the mirror and she just puts on another one. Chops off her head, speaking in Latin the whole time. And she just takes it and puts it back on. And I'm like, what is it going to take? Well, it's going to take Catherine running at her and pushing her back into the mirror by also sacrificing herself. And then the priest breaks the mirror. Of course, Brian goes, no, because, he's in love with her, I guess. And that's it. But then I think it's over. I'm assuming all the people that were taken over are dead. They just lay there with this mist coming out of their mouth. So I'm assuming they're dead. And then we have the ambiguous ending, where Brian has the dream. And this time it's Catherine in the doorway, and he wakes up and he sees a monsterized Catherine, just like Kelly looked, and he freaks out, and that was another dream. And then he goes over to the mirror, and he puts his hand to it as the score starts to kick in, and then credits. So did they end it, or is it just about to begin all over again? Who knows? For all we know, Brian could have just went boom, hit the mirror, and be like, go back to bed. We don't know. But it is an interesting, dark ending. And like I said, there isn't much of character moments in this, other than, I think, the priest and Victor Wong's character, they have some pretty good interactions. You can tell they've known each other for a while. They have some pretty good chemistry. You can tell the characters know each other for a while. Not the actors, I don't know about that. But they have some pretty good chemistry together. And there's less of a kill count than I thought. Like Dennis Dunn and the priest, Dennis Dunn, Brian, and Victor Wong, they all survive. There's like one more that survives. No, everyone else is taken over. But, yeah. Alice Cooper is in this film. And actually, John Carpenter invited him to be in the film as long as he did his little trick that he does on his performances where he takes his microphone stand and pretend to stab someone with it. So he does that in the film, which is really cool. It's Alice Cooper, so it's really cool to begin with. Yeah. And one thing you can't not talk about when you're talking about a Carpenter film is the score. And I think the score is pretty good. I actually really like this score. I actually made a playlist of some of Carpenter's scores, listening to them. I think he has pretty good ones. And yes, before you complain, I know he didn't do the score for The Thing, but it's the playlist is for scores for Carpenter movies, not ones that he just did. So yes, Ennio Morricone's score for The Thing is in a John Carpenter themed playlist. but it's for his movies, not just the themes. So keep that in mind. Will be cool. But I do like the score in this. At least the main thing. There is a lot of the score that sometimes reminds me of Halloween 3, like that jam that you get, you know. Sometimes you'll hear that jam like they did in Halloween 3. It reminds me of that a little bit, but it's fine. It's fine, you know. Yeah, this was. I actually ended up, once I was able to actually sit and watch it, kind of enjoying it. So I have to say that at least it's pretty good. So what are your thoughts on Prince of Darkness? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.